everybody, and welcome to the special edition of SportsCentre. I am Darren Detition. Sorry, boys, no Jennifer Hedger. Anyways, congratulations to all of you grads. Now, Rick Hakey was my old teacher, and I do mean old. He wanted me to acknowledge a few of you. Actually, I think he wants me to acknowledge all of you. So here we go. Let's jump into it. In golf, it's Mitchell Matichuk who won the Boys District Golf Championships. Kelsey Ziola made it a clean sweep, winning the Girls Championships. Both golfers apparently did well at the Provincials in Weyburn. So congrats to you. Cross-country running, Haley Urbeck, Brooklyn Asbajorny, I hope that's right, Tressa Nielsen, they were three of Miss Roach's veteran runners this cross-country season with physical fitness as their primary goal. These ladies ran very well and did extremely well. They went 6th, they went 7th, they went 8th respectively at districts and earning the opportunity to compete at provincials in Regina. Now, senior girls volleyball, this year's team finished 4th in the province strongly. Doing well and led by Kelsey Ziola. She allowed hitters like Haley Herbert, Aphrodite Papagiorgio. That's Aphrodite Papagiorgio. Don't you guys have any petitions or substitutions or militians? Anyways, a jumper. Jessica Orr was great. She could really hammer the ball. Brittany Crandallmeyer was outstanding in her role as the team's libero. Now, the senior boys volleyball team had another excellent season, making it to the boys 4A provincials for the 3rd time in the past 4 years. The team was led by a strong group of grade 12s, all of whom made crucial contributions to the team's success. Vasilios Papagiorgio was an extremely strong presence as a middle blocker. Connor Padel was incredibly consistent, they say. Colin Kirschman put up strong blocks and timely hits on the right side. Ben Walchuk energized the team, and he was able to play with both power and on the right side throughout this season. This year's captain was outstanding. Cale Sullivan, who was able to control many of the games with his strong hits out of power. Now, when it came to the football club offensively, the team was led by their quarterback, Ben Walchuk. A Saskota Bowl All-Star team members happened to be Brendan Schultz at running back, Jeff DeLorme at guard. They made huge contributions to the offensive line. Now, also on offense were Lance Stradeski, Dylan Payne, Jesse Reed, Raymond Hickey. On the defensive side of the ball, you had Logan Gerber, who was an end. You had Stephen Rogalski, who was a safety. They were some important parts of the squad. Now, other graduating players on defense were Dylan Breland, Ty Mikolas. Senior girls basketball, as we jump sports, the highlight of this year's season was advancing to the regional playoffs in Clavet. This year's team proved to be a very committed group. Now, much of that came from the grade 12s, who really did lead by example. Those players hanging up the high tops this year, including Haley Herbert, who was the captain. She played a gritty season, battled through injury. Kelsey Crontenbill, she came in as the 6th player and played solid minutes as a post threat. Tressa Nielsen played tough defense, they say, game in and game out. Haley Urbeck utilized her speed. She finished her finishing ability. She ended up in the top 3 in team scoring. Shea Uzakapi gave the club a spark off the bench with her energy and hustle. Now, as for the senior boys basketball team, the MCS Cobras graduates 4 players this year. Vasilios Papagiorgio, he stepped in apparently as a first-year power forward off the bench. Stephen Rogalski was a second-year player at power forward. Steve O, the leading rebounder and shot blocker, and no one played with more guts, at least I am told, than Steve, Cale Sullivan, and Connor Padel. In badminton this year, Jessica Orr and Kelsey Krankiewicz finished 2nd in the pre-districts. They advanced to districts in girls double in Yorkton. The girls played well. They made it into the playoffs, did not advance to the regionals. Now, Mitchell Matichuk and Kelly Hildenbrandt had an up-and-down year, with the highlight of their season being a 2nd-place finish at Kenora's tournament. Now, Ben Walchuk and Zane Walker did not bring home any medals, but apparently they were always a positive influence for the younger team members. I guess they showed them how to lose. I don't know. I just basically threw that in there myself. Some of the other winners that we had when it comes to track and field, the MCS Cobras program had 12 graduates competing this past season. Nicole Kreiser was technically sound, and the high jump throwers Jeff DeLorme, Christina Miles, and Shea Uzakapi all placed well and worked hard all season. Ray Hickey unleashed power and speed as a sprinter and thrower. Zane Walker returned as a solid distance runner, and the personality of the track team, Lance Stradeski, one of the fastest sprinters in the district, and they say if it wasn't for an untimely hamstring injury, he would have placed at provincials. Cale Sullivan, explosive triple and long jumper, provincial athletes, and competed in Moose on June the 4th and 5th. Benny Walchuk, javelin thrower, cannon for an arm, they say. Haley Urbach, 100, 400 meters, relay runner. A sprinter of a veteran club, very good example to the up-and-coming athletes. Now, Ashley Schramm, great and dedicated long and triple jumper, and don't be fooled by her size. They say she's one of the best jumpers in the province. Brendan Schultz is the leader. He was the captain of the track team. This long and triple jumper, 4x100, 4x400 relay runner, 400-meter specialist, came home with 2 provincial medals. His corner, the 4x100 meter relay, carried the team to a silver medal, and his gutsy explosive finish in the 400 meters brought him home with a bronze medal. Now, as for the senior girls curling team, they placed second at the districts in Yorkton. Dylan Breland was the only senior for the boys. They must not have done much because there was no real mention of it. What are you going to do? It happens. That's basically the list that I was sent. And finally, Ben Walchuk, I hear you want to become a sportscaster. Well, I've given Rick my number. You can give me a call, not when you're liquored up or looking for Jennifer Hedger, but congratulations to all of you. I'm pretty sure that I mentioned everybody in Melville. It was so long. Rick's probably put on 20 pounds or retired or at least fallen asleep. Back in my day when I was graduating, there was one name that we had to mention. That was mine. I dominated it all. Anyways, I got to get back to work. As I said off the top, congrats to all of you grads. Have a good one, Benny. I'll be talking to you.